Hey guys, welcome back to DCS World. I just finished a quick mission in the Spitfire, taking on some FW190s. I am, let's see, it credited me with two. Okay, so it gave me both there. Credited me with two victories there with the 190s, so got both of them. Now we're going to go back and watch the replay. I'll be mixing up and showing some external views and some internal views. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and watch the track here. It's loading up. I'm going to be getting a new graphics processor soon, so hopefully that comes in sometime next week so we can get a little bit better frames. But anyway, let me just check my audio here. I want to set it to roughly about 40% so you can hear me. So we kind of see the cockpit run through here, flipping on the fuel. You're going to flip the battery master on, make sure the prop's forward. Immediately, I'm looking at the gears down and seeing that I've got a light indication. We're pressurizing the fuel lines. We're going to prime it. I think I did about 7 times here because you can see on the oil temp gauge that it's pretty cold out. We're going to fire up, starter and booster coil at the same time, stick back. Make sure forward, keep holding that booster down. There you go, and watch your oil pressure and set it below 120. You don't really want to raise above that. Into the external view here. And I've already done this just now, but you can see I've flipped the booster coil, or the booster pump on. We're checking the controls currently. Again, this is a replay, so I'm trying to keep up. Testing oxygen there, and raising the flaps back up. We'll be doing a radiator test, I think, right about now. We're increasing RPM a little bit, trying to get that oil thinned out. It's a dandy airplane. Adjusting the gun sight here, getting your yard set and set your wingspan. I go to about 250 yards. You can see it adjust the crosshairs when you fit your wings in there. You can fire, of course. Usually that's kind of overrated because you got to lead your targets for the most part. So that really only works if really that range and the crosshairs, that stuff really only makes sense if you're going straight and level. But for the most time, for the most part, you're not. You're usually making deflection shots in turns and stuff. So you've really got to lead your target. So we don't pay too much attention to the crosshairs, really. We got our livery changed up here into MH415, which is a Spitfire that still exists today. It's about 98% original aircraft. Currently for sale in England, if any of you are interested in buying an original wartime Spitfire that's airworthy. It's also a movie star. It's been in all major movies starring Spitfires, including, of course, the Battle of Britain. And it's for sale right now for a very handy $4.5 million USD. So yeah, look it up. Spitfire MH415. It's a Mark 9 B, I believe. I believe it's a Mark 9B. quick commands here. Making sure I've got all that stuff set. There we go. So yeah, pretty much the startup flow for this airplane. Make sure your filter's on, click your battery on, get your prop forward, turn your fuel on, hold your brakes, verify that you've got pressure, and you've got good brake pressure on either side. Make sure you see a down indication, make sure your lever is down, and right now we're increasing throttle to keep thinning that oil out and warm up a little quicker. Make sure your slipper tank is off. Prime the fuel lines here till you see that light go out. Pressurize the fuel lines till you see the light go out. With the wobble pump or booster pump on for 30 seconds. Prime anywhere from 5 to 8 times depending. Flip open your covers, flip your magnetos on, use your booster coil and starter button, press them at the same time. As soon as the engine catches, release the starter, hold down the booster coil, and bring the mixture to full forward. And once the engine is running smoothly, then release the booster coil button. And come down and flip on your fuel booster. And then run through all your preliminary checks as per the pilot's notes. Really, she's not a difficult airplane to fly, but I'm still working on getting my aerial gunmanship what it needs to be. Not very good at that yet. Although we did get some good hits here on this mission. This was we got really good hits on both 190s. I had some assists from P51, so I couldn't get all the glory there, but definitely got some very critical 20mm hits on those airplanes. This is a great module if you're into World War II and you love the European theater, which is obviously all DCS has right now as far as World War II is the European theater. The Spitfire is an absolute amazing aircraft to have. It's a bit of a trick to handle on the ground. You got to get used to the handbrake. But because there is no toe brakes like there's in a Mustang, so it's in my opinion, the Spitfire is far more difficult to handle on the ground than the Mustang. But once you get the hang of it, this airplane is more than manageable. Alright, we're testing out our supercharger here. Make sure you're in auto. Take off with it in the middle speed position. Cycling the prop, see an oil pressure decrease, an RPM decrease. Cycle it once more, same thing. Now test your mags, no more than 150 drop in the RPM. If you do have that, then you need to shut down and let the ground crew know what's up. So here we go, we're going to taxi. I'm going to hop to the outside view to watch the taxi here. We'll also watch the takeoff from the exterior because I always find that very interesting. Here we go. I apologize for the frame rate. My graphics card is less than adequate. We're going to watch the takeoff from this perspective right here so we can see the rudder and y'all can watch kind of how it works. The key is nice and gentle. That tail wheel is not lockable, it's free castering. Alright, so what you're going to do is you're going to hold the stick back a little bit there and loose on the rudder. Nice, quick, fluid feet. Look straight out over the nose, don't look side to side. Catch it quick, don't let it get away from you. But nice and fluid. See how I'm staying kind of right over that line? Alright, now gear up. There they go. Pulling the prop back right there. You can see I'm trimming rudder right now. Got the carburetor filter off. Make sure you do that under 200 miles an hour. Sounds amazing. We'll just kind of watch from the exterior view here for just a minute. Heard an engine change right there, so basically pulled the boost back and RPM back to maximum continuous power to preserve the engine. And right now I'm just going to do some S-turns kind of to spot them. There they are. We're increasing back to combat power. Quick gun test right there. And I'm trying to climb very aggressively here. I want to be above them. So we're giving this airplane all it's got. We're just going to watch the whole dogfight from the exterior view because I did a video. I've done a few videos on doing it from the interior, so we're going to watch the whole thing from the exterior here. And it's cool in replay mode to kind of watch and see what it looks like from the outside. Alright, engaging. Climbing very aggressively here. I'm kind of keeping them off to my left side so I can see them. I'm just climbing. I want as much altitude as possible. Leveling out here. You want to make sure they don't start coming head on with you. That coming right up for you. I've died a couple times that way. Those airplanes hit hard. So I'm going to kind of roll over the top of them, in between them here a little bit. Just kind of stay away from their noses. Stay away from their noses. Pull them into it here. Basically trying to stay away from their noses. And at this point in the cockpit, I've lost sight of the other guy. I'm looking for him right now, and I can't see him. So that's dangerous. And I think I spot him like right here. Yep. I'm like, oh, there he is. Which is good. You always want to know where your opponents are. Turning inside this guy very easily right now. I think I'm going to go for some hits, for some shots here, and I didn't lead him enough. Went for a couple of cannon shots there, and nothing. Still trying to hit him with cannons, and I'm still missing. And did not register any hits there, surprisingly. And we registered a couple right there. See, there comes the Mustang trying to take my kill from me, and the Mustang's hit him in the radiator. And we hit him with some cannon shots, landed home there. So that was very good. And we're on to a new target here. Mustang is absolutely peppering him. This poor guy's getting smoked. And we've destroyed him there.
RTB. Dodge 1, passing waypoint 1 at 6,000.
Alright, so we're all RTB at the moment. Man, the frame rate is really bad. I don't remember it being this bad in the actual flight, so maybe it's just the recording. Headed back to Manston. I'm going to start slowing the airplane up here in just a second. Pulling back to 0 boost. Open the canopy. Man, the frame rate is very rough. I apologize. So as we come through 200 miles an hour, we're going to flip on the carb air filter. Yep, there it goes. Don't want to shock cool the engine here, so just leave your power set, pitch for your airspeed. Clear the engine periodically with a little increase in power. We're going to watch the gear come down here. Once we hit 160 miles an hour, gear is going to come on down. There it goes. See the pitch change, start trimming. Trim for about 140 miles an hour. Stay coordinated. Basically going to shoot right through the middle of this field here. Just doing a long downwind, not really doing any military overhead pattern or anything like that. Alright, so at this point we'll watch everything from the outside. So start our turn, keep it nice and coordinated, lead with your rudder. Pitch for your airspeed, power for altitude, here comes the flaps. So I'm trimming for about 100 miles an hour right now. Staying coordinated, a nice shallow turn. Notice how I'm not jockeying the throttle around like crazy. Just leave your power set. We're going to watch the landing here from the rear. See how straight we got. As you come over the threshold, power comes off and start flaring. There's power off and flare, and hold it. Nice, there we go. Use your rudder, nice and gentle. You can see I'm just giving light, small kicks there, staying fluid. Oop, move left a little bit there. So not perfectly straight, but not bad. Raise your flaps, turn your boost pump off. taxi back. Don't use your brakes, use your rudder, save your brakes for when you need them. Put rudder in before you need to start the turn, and put opposite rudder before you need to stop the turn. You kind of got to plan ahead of it. That way you can avoid using your brakes all the time. Turn to the left, right here. And you're going to increase power to 0 boost to clear the spark plugs and run a supercharger test. So that's what's happening right there. Hold your supercharger button down for around 30 seconds, close to it anyway. And bring the throttle back, let it idle for a second, and then mixture off and fuel off. There you go, mixture off, fuel off, below 700 RPM, increase your throttle. You can see it kind of trying to kick over again right there. That's to get more fuel into the cylinders for next time. All the way to open. Then battery off and prop and throttle all the way back and release your brakes, just like you heard. So there you go. That's a little Spitfire flight. Not a tutorial, but just a nice little replay from the exterior. So anyway, there it is. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll be back with another upload. Thanks.